So you're streaming on your game, yeah, right now. Ready up, I'm fitting to show you how I get down. Yeah, for sure, we can tell you sometimes we can make it game better. But gamers life, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey everybody, Lil Bruce Gamer here. Today, we have somebody back who we haven't seen in a long time. Drum roll, please. We have Javen. Hey Javen, how are you?
Lil Bruce, man, what's up, bro? It's good to see you again. It's been a long time, like you said.
Yeah, it's been a very, very long time. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. So, since I've been last in DC, working on the Lil Bruce Gamer show. When I was on it, it was really Little Bruce. Now I see they got a lot bigger. It's almost the Big Bruce Gamer show. But I've been doing well, man. I've moved out to LA. I've been working on various different things. I'm a radio host now. I work on Power 106 every morning as a morning radio show host. I write for a couple of different, television shows. I produce for a few as well. So, I'm trying to get like Lil Bruce and have my hands in multiple baskets. You know what I'm saying? So now enough about all of the pleasantries. Enough about that stuff. You, Lil Bruce Gamer, I am in actually a little of a dilemma right now because, bro, you won't believe it. I just moved out of my apartment, right? In the process of moving, my game system broke. Can you believe that, bro? Can you believe that? So it was my Xbox. It broke. So now I'm in a little predicament that I have to find a new game system. And with that being the case, I thought, who better to talk to than my guy, Lil Bruce, to help steer me in the right direction. Some people saying I should switch over from Xbox and get a PlayStation. That age-old debate. What do you think?
So, it really depends on budget. You can always just get an Xbox One.
I'm not an actor, Lil Bruce. I ain't getting that actor money like you are. So you're right. It depends on my budget. Keep going.
So you can always get a used PS4 or used Xbox for a really good price. But if you're looking for top-tier graphics and just top-tier gameplay, it basically either console works. Depends what you want. So for PS4, you have games like God of War Ragnarok, which is such a good game. I mean, watching gameplays of that game, high quality, high graphics, and PS4 has some exclusive games like Spider-Man that Xbox doesn't have. Although Xbox has Xbox Game Pass, which means you get a lot of free games every single month. Plus Xboxes now get 120 FPS as well as PS4s, but I just prefer Xbox.
You're telling me I was right originally by having my Xbox. So don't switch up. Don't try to do nothing different. Stay with what I had in the first place and get an Xbox.
Yeah. Although if PlayStation ever decides to send me something, I will take it.
Come on. Exact. Sony, hook my guy up, man. What more does he have to do? Come on.
I think you and I should say the PlayStation. They should give us some stuff to review. Especially you could use it for your new place too.
You so smart, man. You so smart. But I'm telling you.
So everybody at home, we're about to go for a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a short amount of time. Lil Bruce Gamer, out.
Download the app now on your TV or phone. Watch us anytime, anywhere.
For all you gamers out there who love cars and racing games like I do, I had the chance to check out the DC car show and see some of the cars that I see in games up close.
Check this out.
Alright guys, so basically we have this poster right next to us, Washington Auto Show 2023, that's the name of the event. And they're doing these little EV test drives where you can hop in a Hyundai, a Kia, and many other brands, Volvos and stuff like that. And you can go on a test track, drive it around, see how you like the car. And it helps bring the consumers more interest in just purchasing a car at the event. Or say if your mom or your dad is looking to buy a new car, if you go to the Washington Auto Show, you can go inside cars, look at the interior, you can even test drive it to see if it drives smoothly or to your favor. So I'm gonna come at you with some more content, and I'm even gonna get inside a couple cars. Today I'm here with...
I'm Joe Koch.
We're at the DC Auto Show. Tell me a little bit about the DC Auto Show and how long it's been running.
This is the largest annual indoor event in Washington, D.C. We've got hundreds of cars on display here. The show's been going on for over 80 years now.
So I can see that we have a bunch of Ferraris behind us and around us, and it kind of shows like a time lapse of Ferrari. So it's the past, and then it comes to a little bit to the present over there, and then it goes a little bit back. Tell me about how all the cars going electric is going to change the looks of the cars and how it's going to change horsepower, mileage, and stuff like that.
That's a great question. So we're in a very transitional period for cars right now. Everything is going electric. Alternative fuels are all the rage. And it's great technology. It gets better and better every year, and you can see all those cars on display here.
Do you play video games, or do you know anybody who plays car video games?
I haven't played video games for a long time. I think PlayStation 2 was the last video game console I owned. If you want to talk about Super Mario Bros. 3, we can talk a lot about that. Legend of Zelda, we can talk a lot about that. But I don't play much video games now. I have 2 little kids. They take up most of my time.
Do your kids play car video games?
They're not old enough yet, but I think they will one day.
Today I'm here with
Craig Chester, Director of Marketing at Events DC.
Wow. So how does events like the Washington Auto Show help contribute to the community, and how does Events DC really help with that to give back to the community when they do events like this?
That's a great question. So events like this, where thousands of people are coming through the doors, really have the power to benefit not just downtown DC, but really all 8 wards of the district. People come from across the city, but really across the region and world to events here. And they're staying in our hotels, they're experiencing all the nightlife and culture that we have, our sporting events. So really coming to experience a world-class city. That really generates a lot of economic impact for DC and creates jobs. And that's really our #1 priority, is to benefit the city in that manner.
So today I'm here with
Kamani Rawlins, Automotive Rhythms.
So tell me a little bit about Art in Motion.
Little Bruce, man, thanks for joining us. This is our 7th year, Art in Motion with the Washington Auto Show. And basically, it's a constellation of art cars, because we have artists painting rap cars, including the new Nissan Z, Hyundai Ioniq, the Kia EV6. Both of those are electric vehicles. And then we have the Toyota Camry Hybrid. You come to Art in Motion, you get music, you get fashion, you get cars, and you get good people like yourself. It's key, you know, for me to work with you and you to work with me, because car companies are targeting your age group, your demographic, because they're going after PVs, and you're going to be the future of that. Your generation is not even going to grow up knowing what a gasoline car is. For us, we're on the verge, but you're the target, you know, so you're the #1 consumer, and I want to help you get there. I've been there, and I want to spread the love. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking time out of your day to interview with me today. I really appreciate it.
I was in your position once, and I believe that we should always give back. Thanks, Little Bruce.
You're welcome. All right, so as on December 8th, 2022, a huge event occurred, the Game Awards 2022. Now, I want to have a little bit of a debate with you about this, because some of the games I agree the nominations about, and some of them I don't. So let me pull up the page right now.
See, because you're the expert.
Yeah. So for Game of the Year, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, The Plague Tale Requiem, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and Stray got nominated. Which one do you think should have won?
I've been playing God of War since I was a little kid, so you know I'm gonna go with that one. Give me God of War.
I have to completely agree. God of War is so good, and even though Elden Ring won, I gotta say it was fair, because Elden Ring is a great game too. So for the next category, this is very debatable, and so for ongoing game, it is Fortnite, Final Fantasy, Genshin Impact, Apex Legends, and Destiny. Which one do you think should have won? Be careful with what you say.
Ooh, don't put me on the spot like this. And you're right, this is a very strict category, so I do have to be careful. But if it was up to me, if this was the Javen Game Awards, I would have picked Fortnite. Don't kill me, Lil Bruce, is that right?
I agree. I agree.
Come on.
I mean, the new season event, even though it was so long, it was so fun to play it. And just playing it with friends, Fortnite makes the game more interactive, and that's what makes people come back to it every single season.
I think you're 100% spot on in that one, Lil Bruce.
Yep. So this is an awkward question. It's a weird question, but...
Okay, it's going to get weird. Let's go.
Say you were a Fortnite character, like you were in the game, cranking 90s, and, you know, killing people. What would your character look like?
If it was up to me, if I was designing my own personal little avatar, I think it would be important for me. I want to be like a bandit, right? I want to be sneaky. I want people to know my face or want ever to see me coming. So I need a face covering of some sort, especially since COVID just happened. I feel like my avatar would be health conscious. So he would definitely be wearing a mask and trying to social distance from everybody. So because of the social distance aspect, I need to be like a long range type of guy. Like I need to be able to sneak up on you from a distance. So I think I'm gonna have like a very high powered like slingshot or something like that can knock people out, but it like throw grenades from like far away. You know what I'm saying? So I got my bandana over my face in COVID, and I got the slingshot. And then I feel like, I don't know, something a little crazy. I need something crazy. I got it. I want to wear a marching band outfit. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to be in marching band attire with a slingshot and a bandana. What about you, Lil Bruce? What's your avatar look like?
I mean, just, it would reflect me. So I guess I'm not that cautious. So I guess it would be like a skin that definitely has like loud colors, like yellow, orange, and stuff like that.
You want people to see you coming.
Yeah, I want people to see me coming, because when they see me coming, they should be running.
Oh, come on now.
All right, so honestly, it would be like the shirt would be like yellow and orange and red, like some crazy colors together, and just blended them. And
okay, so almost okay.
And it would have basically just, my pants would be black though. It would really look like a weird outfit, but when you saw me coming, my outfit would be so bright that it would blind you. And there's a certain style in Fortnite, how it's like an anime character style, so that literally makes the colors on the outfit even brighter. So I would just have a skin that would blind somebody, basically.
Okay, all right. Well, that's scary. I would definitely be running from you in Fortnite.
But enough talk of the game. Let's play a little bit of Fortnite.
Why not? Come on, let's get into it.
Yeah. So this game, Fortnite, has made so many accomplishments. Is literally just this week they had this new quality preset to make your game look so much better. I actually have it on right now, and all these 3D shadows and details, even the floor that's reflecting, looks so good. So let's actually just load into a match right now. Let's just go into a 4v4, go goated, and let's just, you know, do what we do. Let's get this win.
Do it. Now, Lil Bruce, you was telling me that this is a new season, correct, of the Fortnite?
Yeah, this new season, it's so cool. And like I was saying earlier, the event for it really hyped it up. I mean, it was so good. You had to collect these little rift fragments, and you had to bring it to get the map. And what happened is, now this sounds super sci-fi and weird, but
okay,
the fragments, they made this whole map, and these fragments were collecting pieces of maps from other universes and pulling it to the main map, which is the map that we have now. That sounds so confusing.
No, I'm with you. And that was amazing that they did that. What's one of your favorite, changes from season 3 to season 4? Okay, so, you dropped in now. Be careful.
So what really changed the event from season 3 to season 4? So you know how they have like a storyline in each season and how they follow? So in chapter 1, the whole map got destroyed by a black hole. Chapter 2, the Cube Queen, and then chapter 3, there was like, the knockoff Cube Queen, the Chrome Queen, and she destroyed the map, and that changed the map to go to chapter 4. It's really weird. It has a weird lore, but I mean, it is cool, so I can't hate it. So, okay, you know what they should do? They should invite us to the Game Awards and have us host it.
I think that would be perfect. I think that would be 100% perfect, especially since you seem to be an expert on all of these games. Like I said, whenever I need information or I want to learn something about a game, it's Lil Bruce that I go to. So I think not only should they let us hosting it. They should almost rename the awards, but you know, we'll say that for a later date. We'll give them time to understand your greatness as a host, and then we'll talk about ownership.
So, I can tell, and I know that you played Fortnite before. Just give some feedback on the game. What do you think that they can do better?
I wish there was a easier way to connect like larger parties of friends. Like, let's say it's me and I have like 100 friends and we all want to play our own individual game. I know that, you know, it's pretty simple to do as of now, but I think making it a little easier to connect where we don't all have to be tech savvy and Albert Einstein's on the computer. I think that would be helpful and to allow, you know, a group of people to play amongst themselves or even play in a smaller group against another smaller group. I think the more you can personalize, you know, a large party game is, you know, the better. So that would be my advice to the Fortnite designers and coders and stuff like that.
That is actually a great hot take on the game. We're gonna take a little quick break. We're gonna be back in a second after these commercials. Lil Bruce Gamer, out.
Download the app now on your TV or phone. Watch us anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, for sure, we can tell you some things we can make your game better.
We should definitely talk about another game that was nominated in the Game Awards, Rocket League. Now, Rocket League is such a fun game because, you know, you just get to play around with friends and you play soccer, car soccer, which sounds really weird, but it is really fun. So have you ever played Rocket League before?
Now, Rocket League is one I'm a little more unfamiliar with, so you're gonna have to, you know, break it down to me like I'm a first grader and make it make sense.
Rocket League is one of those games where it takes hours and hours to get good at it.
Really? Okay, so is Rocket League not like one of those games where you can buy coins to quickly boost, you know, your skills and the speed of your car and stuff like that? This is one of those games that you literally have to put the hours into, and there's no pay to play.
Right. So it technically it's a 50-50 on that. So there are certain cars that, you know, give you boosts and stuff like that, like just have a better body kit. But the thing is about that car, it's the base car you get when starting. So you could say yes, but everybody already has it. There are cars that you do have to buy that like maybe give you a bigger body kit, but it really just depends. Every player can be good at Rocket League, even if they don't have to buy stuff. I mean, I'm an original. I have been playing Rocket League ever since release, ever since it costed money, but...
Come on now, OG.
Yeah, I'm still not good at it, but, you know, I have fun playing it, and I think that's what matters when playing video games. So we're actually in a Rocket League match right now, and we're in this limited time mode, and you have to, instead of a soccer ball, it's a hockey puck that you have to shoot around, and... You know, it's definitely something. I'll say that. It's fun,
okay,
but...
wait. Let me try to understand this, Lil Bruce, because like I said, I'm new to this game. So it's basic, like you said, it's car soccer with a hockey puck, and you can drive all around, and the objective of this game is to score more goals than the other team, of course, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now why do they call it Rocket League? Like, what about this? What has anything to do with Rocket?
So there's rocket boosts on the back of the car. So I think that could be something involved with it, but there definitely was an original name that was extremely long, and there's actually a cheat code in the game where if you click these certain buttons, it shows the original game name on the title screen. It's just like a little thing, nothing harmful. So
we're gonna leave everybody else to go Google the cheat code for themselves. We're not gonna give away those goods.
Yeah.
But wow, that's super cool.
So also, we're in a match right now, and it looks like a lot going on. I mean, we're shooting the hockey puck around, and there's just so much to do. Let me explain the game of Rocket League a little bit more. So,
talk to me.
On controller, it's up on the left stick to move, and it's the right stick to, you know, look around, and then it's X to jump, and then it's B to boost. And you can actually have custom binds on the game, which, you know, just fit to what you want. So This guy on the opposite team just scored. I had the ball, he took it away from me. But I mean, it's competitive, but it's fun. And
so, are you playing with real other people, or are these all CPU generated players?
So some of these people are CPU generated, but some of them aren't. Like, I think one person on the other team isn't CPU generated. The only reason why they'd have CPU generated people is maybe the lobby didn't fill or somebody disconnected and they're just waiting for a replacement person. So,
but generally, this is full of real people playing the game against you all at once.
Yeah, always.
Got it.
That's what makes it so fun too.
Okay.
So somebody on our team actually just scored.
Come on.
I think this is a real person too. So you've seen Rocket League and you've seen me play it just a little bit, but from what you've seen, what do you think of the game?
This game looks super dope. I want to see you use one of the turbos and like really, zoom by somebody real quick, but I'll just let you play the game. I don't. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I did not get the ball. I don't have good coordination, but hey, it's the thought that counts, though.
That's the thing, Lil Bruce. I was never really good at driving games either. It was just something about I'm good at real life driving. But this looks super cool, and there's so much other things going on that it definitely will keep your attention. So I'm with you when it comes down to not being the best with the controls of the driving game, but I always like to play them.
Yeah. So give your honest rating on the game, 0 out of 10, and give some developers some tips from what you just saw of what they can do to just make the game better in general.
Okay. So this is all strictly from watching. Out of watching this game, like my curiosity level, like what I buy this game, I would give this a smooth 8 out of 10. This looks super cool. Like I can play this with my friends my age. I can have my nieces and nephews to come over. They can enjoy this game. This is like a real family friendly type of game that everybody can enjoy. So I would give it an 8. For me personally, like I just said, make it a little easier for us. Like myself and Lil Bruce, we're not the greatest at driving games, but we still like to be in there. Make it a little easier for us. I don't know, maybe make the controls a little simpler, maybe give us a little following track that we can follow as we drive along. Something like that. I don't know, but it looked like y'all scored again, Lil Bruce. Who was that?
Yeah, actually, I just scored.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go. All right, so you gotta tell me, what is your favorite video game console ever? You've named a bunch of them, like the N64 and the original PlayStation, but just out of all of those, which one did you play the most? Which one did you have the most fun playing? And which one did you play with the friends most?
Interesting story enough, I would probably say the Dreamcast, because my brother Nick was the one who actually gifted me our first one. It was me and my other brothers who are older than me as well. He came home one day with a surprise, and we didn't know what it was, and we opened it up, and it was a Dreamcast with the Sonic the Hedgehog game that I just mentioned on it, and that caused hours and hours of fun and fights in a house with all boys and stuff like that. So I would say, just from the nostalgia and personal connection, I'm gonna go to Dreamcast, my favorite console of all time.
So we've heard about the games that you played back when you were a kid.
Don't say it like that, Lil Bruce. Make me sound old.
So what about the games of like Fortnite, Apex, and just newer games like those? Which one do you like the most out of those?
Fortnite actually was the game that brought me back into, my video game explosion. I think before that time, I was just strictly a sport video game because those are cool and those are mature. But Fortnite looked like childish, and it was, and I loved every part of it. It takes me back to when games are just for playing and having fun with your friends. So I would easily say Fortnite.
When you get that new console, I'm gonna stomp you in Fortnite.
Wow, so aggressive, sir. Like, I haven't seen you in a long time, and the first thing you want to talk about is beat me up. That's crazy. And that's incorrect. That is incorrect. Little Bruce, I'm going to show you something on the Fortnite sticks when I get my new Xbox. How about that?
All right.
All right, cool.
I'll be waiting.
You will be because Xboxes are expensive. So.
All right, so we're on to the next game, and it's called Multiverses. So from what I've heard, this game is like a fighting game with all the cartoon characters, which actually sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it?
Okay, all the cartoon characters. I'm interested to see what characters they have on here.
How I found this game, there was this one YouTuber that I watch, and he did like this little thing, 100,000 likes for me to play this game when he was playing the a different game, which I mean,
okay.
Hey, whatever floats his boat, he got likes for it.
And he might have recommended us to a super cool game. Let's see.
Yeah. So
all right, I see Marvin the Martian. I see Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
Is that Shaggy from Scooby-Doo?
Yeah. Honestly,
okay.
The graphics look great, and so does the background. I mean, it's not blurry, and it looks like it's close up.
And they're doing a little more 3D vibe, so it looks real, but they're still keeping a cartoon feel to it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you learning to move this right now?
Yeah, the move set. So I guess I'm supposed to do like these little air dodges. Honestly, the game looks amazing. I really like just these move sets. So
off the start, you're a fan of the graphics. Okay, you like how the gameplay feels.
From what I remember, and I'm not 100% sure about this, I don't know if the YouTuber was Corey Kenshin. Did he just go Super Saiyan?
Wow, look like it. Speaking of which, okay, so this is multiverse, right? So it's cartoon characters from literally every cartoon. Yeah. They started you off with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. What cartoon character are you hoping is in this game? And who would be your favorite if you could pick?
All right, so by cartoon, can I also pick something from anime?
Talk to me. This is your world.
All right, so I watch anime all the time, and from what I would honestly, I think it would be so cool if they had somebody from. Have you watched it? You've watched at least some animes before, right?
Of course. So, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, of course.
Yeah. So it would be so cool if they had Naruto, Sasuke, of course Goku and Vegeta, and then from this one that I actually just finished watching called Code Geass, there's this character named Lelouch, and I think that just the movesets for all these characters would be super cool.
Okay, dope. Now, are you fighting, who's that, Wonder Woman?
Yeah. I guess we're just finishing up the tutorial mission, so
Got it.
You know what this game really reminds me of? Smash Bros.
Exactly. 100% Smash Bros.
Because I have my Wii at home, and this almost exactly reminds me of it.
So what, you have to knock them off of the map?
Yeah.
100% Smash Bros. Great reference, Lil Bruce.
Yeah. I mean, when it showed the little damage numbers under the character, and it was red and it was 200, that gave me some bad memories.
That did it, right.
That gave me some bad memories from back when I played.
Exactly.
You know, having friends chase you, and just like, I had a friend that I played at summer camp with, and what they did is they were just chasing me around the map as Princess Peach, making me go to sleep. And then when I was on 200, they were just following me. And that's
not the worst when your friends beat you up on a game that you never played, and they started beating you up with like the weakest character. You're like, oh my God, you really gonna use Peach? Like, I remember one of my friends used to beat me with Kirby, and I used to feel so terrible about myself. Like, wow, Kirby, really?
Well, you know, I had such a fun time on this episode, and I'm glad to have you back.
100%, Lil Bruce. And this last game that you're playing, this might be one of the first ones that I get when I get my new system, because this looks super cool. Thank you so much for introducing me to it.
You're welcome. You know, I am super excited to produce the rest of this season with you, and just do all the rest of these episodes. So for everybody at home, thank you for watching. Lil Bruce Gamer, out.
Yeah, for sure, we can tell you some things we can make it game better. But gamers life, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Download the app now on your TV or phone. Watch us anytime, anywhere.